Hello everyone, welcome back to another daily sketch. This is a later in the day edition, as you are most likely seeing, but that's fine, I'm coming at this today with no real plan, other than trying a new thing with the camera, putting it as much overhead as I can get it. I have a couple different theories for how I want to actually do the camera in the future, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. That's a whole future debate. For right now, we're gonna sketch something. So I'm gonna just think of a pose and try and make it happen. So yeah, without any further ado, let's get started. Alright, and we're fast forwarding here. You may have noticed there was a cut in the video, and that's because I tried to explain the kind of pose that I wanted, but it wound up not showing on the camera at all, and I gotta figure out a way to adjust that, because when I'm filming it shows up just fine, but in post it just does not show. But anyway, my initial plan was to create a pose which was like somebody slamming a hammer down, jumping in the air and slamming a hammer down with their legs all kicked out. I'll see if I can't find a reference image to show you. But as I started drawing, I started creating this pose I thought was really weird and unique, and it almost looked like someone rail grinding. Like in a video game, if you're rail grinding down a slope or a rail or something, and you got your feet all on the rail and your arms kicked out and you're just kind of looking cool the whole time. That's sort of what I got. And you're going to hear me talk about that in a second. But yeah, the plan completely changed as I was drawing. Okay, so the hammer idea has been completely thrown out because as I started drawing, I realized the pose I was doing was a perfect rail grinding pose. So now we've got this kind of crazy looking character who's now grinding on a rail. And I actually dig this quite a lot, and I'm very satisfied with what this is turning out to be. So I'm just gonna roll with this, right? The art spoke through me, so we're gonna keep going with this. Yeah, I'm gonna do this with graphite today instead of with full color and stuff, but this would probably be pretty sick with color. But I just don't feel like doing full color today, so we're gonna just go through with graphite and see how it gets. Alright, now we're speeding back up again. Here I go through with a darker pencil, and oh my goodness, it's so much better. Look at how clearly you can see that. It's ridiculous just how much the camera does some of this art a disservice. It's crazy. In any case, I wanted to draw a nice, flowy looking shirt. Got little pants there. We got this character who's looking real neat, real cool, real, thrilled to be here. I don't know what gender they are, I don't know anything else about them, I just know that they are grinding on this rail. Shoes have always been something that's kind of tricky for me to draw, but I kind of like the way the shoes on this came out. They have a real interesting look to them that I find really, really, really fun. And as you can see here, I'm drawing the whole rail, I'm shading it in. Even though I'm not coloring, I think it's important to add that kind of extra depth that implies color. So that's gonna be real cool. I like the way this has turned out. I'm not 100% sure if it's one of my favorite things I've drawn for sketch of the day, but honestly, for a sketch, this isn't so bad. I think the pose is pretty neat and cool. I like what I did with the way the character is facing and the way that they just kind of look so spirited and free. Those are, I don't know, just little things I appreciate about this work today. Today's sketch of the week. Today's sketch of the day is going to be shorter than usual, and they might get a little bit shorter during weekdays, but hey, it's all good. This looks pretty nice. I'm pretty proud of it. Yeah, I'll see you next time for my next sketch of the day.